Have you ever felt trapped in your financial situation, like you're running in circles with no way out? No matter how many books you read or how much advice you hear, it always seems like there's an obstacle ahead. Dave Ramsey, an expert who has gone through financial highs and lows, has life advice that could change your entire outlook on this. He doesn't just talk about finances, but also how our mindset can make the difference between bankruptcy and financial freedom. Are you ready to change your perspective forever? If you're seeking not just a financial plan, but a true transformation in how you handle money, relationships, and your life, what he has to say will be a game changer. Dave Ramsey has always been a man with big ambitions. In the early years of his real estate career, he experienced financial success quickly and impressively. Money always seemed within reach, and opportunities appeared endless. He believed financial success was just a matter of time and effort. However, without proper financial planning and with the mindset that he could always make it work, what seemed like a limitless life quickly turned into a financial nightmare. Like many people who experience fast success, Dave fell into the trap of debt. He used financial leverage to expand his investments, believing that everything would continue working out. But without budget control, a lack of responsibility, and solid financial planning, it led him to painful bankruptcy. The pressure from the debts weighed heavily, and what once seemed like a life of luxury transformed into sleepless nights, trying to find a solution to a problem he himself had created. These crisis moments were pivotal in his learning journey. It was during this period of financial hardship that he began to realize that the real key to financial success was how much he earned, but how much he knew about managing his money. He learned that bankruptcy is not just a financial event, it's also an opportunity for personal transformation. It was when Dave began to change his mindset about money and life. Reflecting on his bankruptcy experience, Dave understood that to achieve true financial freedom, he needed to adopt a more responsible approach, grounded in financial wisdom principles. The lesson he drew from this period was clear financial success doesn't come from a lucky break, but from careful planning, discipline, and above all, responsibility for what you have. It was from this point of personal reinvention that he began to rebuild his financial foundation, this time in a more solid and conscious way. Money is often seen as the key to happiness, but Dave Ramsey teaches that it alone doesn't have that power. What money truly does is amplify who you already are as a person. If you're responsible and balanced, money will simply reflect that. On the other hand, if you're impulsive and disorganized, it will make those characteristics even more evident. This means that while money is an essential tool, it shouldn't be seen as the solution to all of life's problems. It's natural to think that if we had more money, our happiness would increase. But in practice, we see many rich people who still haven't found true satisfaction. This happens because money doesn't resolve emotional issues, doesn't rebuild broken relationships, and doesn't heal spiritual wounds. It might provide material comfort, but it can't bring inner peace. Therefore, true wealth lies in knowing how to use money to build a solid future, and also to nurture high-quality relationships and a healthy emotional balance. The author also highlights that, while money can't solve everything, it can reflect our inner life. If we use our money wisely, it can bring us closer to our goals and the things that really matter, such as financial freedom and the ability to help others. When we learn to manage our finances responsibly, we can even achieve a greater purpose, such as generosity. Therefore, money is not an end, but a means to achieve a fuller life. Finally, Dave emphasizes that the relationship with money is a reflection of our understanding of responsibility and values. When we change our mindset about money, we can turn it into a powerful tool for personal growth. Instead of using it to satisfy momentary desires, we can invest it in opportunities that bring long-term returns, not just financially, but in our development as human beings. Throughout his journey, Dave Ramsey faced various financial difficulties, and one of the most important lessons he shares is about the mistakes made with debt. The author openly talks about how debt can become a heavy burden in our lives, affecting our emotional, physical, and even spiritual health. Throughout his story, he experienced what it's like to be overwhelmed by the pressure of debt and how this scenario can impact our decisions and relationships. He warns that debt often causes us to lose control and the clear vision of what really matters. The problem begins when people get into debt without proper planning, and soon the monthly payments start to swallow up all the income, creating a cycle of frustration and stress. The lack of a well-structured budget and strict financial control puts us in a situation where, instead of being in control of our money, we are controlled by it. This cycle of indebtedness can divert us from our goal of achieving financial freedom and true prosperity. Dave teaches that by understanding the consequences of debt and learning from past mistakes, it's possible to take significant steps toward financial recovery. He advocates that true transformation begins by stopping the reliance on debt as a way to solve immediate financial problems. Once we understand the negative impact of debt, we can start making wiser decisions, such as living within our budget, saving, and seeking healthier alternatives for financial growth. Moreover, the author emphasizes the importance of not letting past mistakes drag us down. We all make financial missteps, and the key is to learn from them. Financial bankruptcy can be painful, but it is also an opportunity to change, grow, and transform our mindset. By accepting our mistakes and taking responsibility for them, we can start working on building a solid foundation based on principles of planning, responsibility, and, of course, financial wisdom. Changing our relationship with money isn't something that happens overnight. On the contrary, it requires a transformation of mindset and the adoption of healthy financial habits. Dave Ramsey frequently shares the fundamental principles that helped him achieve financial stability, and one of the most important steps is creating a budget. It may seem simple, but this first step is crucial. By budgeting, you not only know where your money is going, but you also take control of your financial life. Without planning, money tends to slip away, and what seemed sufficient becomes scarcity. The budget is the map that allows you to walk in the right direction, preventing money from becoming a villain instead of an ally. Another important step on the path to financial freedom is getting out of debt. Ramsey advocates that debt is one of the biggest obstacles to a prosperous and healthy life. Debts not only drain your finances, but they also drain your peace of mind. The path to financial freedom involves avoiding the temptation to accumulate debts, especially consumer debt. When you start living within your means and eliminate debt, financial and emotional relief becomes a reality. The mindset shift here is to realize that true financial success is not about spending, but about controlling expenses and investing in the future. Building high-quality relationships also plays an essential role in transforming our relationship with money. Dave highlights that the people we choose to associate with have a significant impact on our finances and life choices. Social circles, formed by financially responsible individuals, can serve as a crucial support system for our own journey. Connecting with people who have a prosperous mindset, who understand the importance of financial planning and saving, can accelerate your growth and help you avoid the mistakes they've already made. Finally, the practice of generosity is a key pillar in changing how we deal with money. Often we are tempted to think that generosity is tied to the amount of money we have, but that's not the case. The true spirit of generosity starts in the heart and is reflected in our daily actions. Whether it's donating a small amount to a cause or helping someone with a kind gesture, generosity connects us to something greater than money. Dave Ramsey reminds us that being generous with what we have not only improves our finances, but also our emotional and spiritual life. The practice of generosity is one of the most transformative aspects when it comes to changing our mindset about money. Dave Ramsey believes that when we start being generous with what we have, even if it's little, our perspective on finances changes completely. Generosity is not about giving large amounts, but about the attitude of letting go of something for the sake of someone else. A simple and effective way to put this into practice is through daily gestures, like giving a meaningful tip to a worker at a restaurant. This type of action not only makes a difference in the other person's life, but it also reminds us of the power of sharing and the positive impact that generosity can have. both in finances and in our emotional life. In addition to impacting the recipient, generosity also has a profound effect on the giver. Many people, once they start donating or performing small acts of kindness, experience an increase in happiness and well-being. This happens because instead of focusing on the scarcity of resources, we come to understand that true wealth comes from giving. If we think about it, the more generous we are, the more enriching experiences we live, and the more we grow as people. Money, then, stops being an end and becomes a means to create meaningful connections and bring about change in other people's lives. Dave also points out that being generous is not just a financial choice, but a life choice. He challenges us to think about how we can use the resources we have to bless others, whether through donations, time, or emotional support. This doesn't mean we should neglect our own needs, but that money should be seen as a tool for collective well-being. For example, even while we are in the process of paying off debt, we can be generous in other ways, like helping a friend who is in need of support. Generosity is a reflection of our inner change, how we see ourselves, and how we want to impact the world. To take one more step toward true financial freedom, Dave suggests making generosity a constant practice. This can be done through charitable donations, helping needy families, or even simply paying for a coffee for someone who can't afford it. The more these gestures become part of our routine, the more we see money as a blessing and less as a burden. Generosity is the key to transforming our financial life and personal life, making us not just rich in resources, but also rich in meaningful human experiences. After learning the principles Dave Ramsey shares, the real transformation lies in how you apply it to your life. Each action taken with financial wisdom not only improves your bank account, but also transforms the way you view the world around you. Are you ready to change your mindset about money? Are you willing to take control of your financial life and reap the rewards of true freedom? With every responsible choice, you move closer to the success and happiness you've been longing for. So, how about starting now? Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and get ready to take the next step toward your transformation.